this figure for a long time. I just opened him today, and I feel bad because I never gave the guy on eBay any feedback, and the guy packed it well, and actually gave me more than I bargained for. So let's go ahead and talk about Darkseid first. Now, people say his name differently, and I know people always correct me when I call him Darkseid. I guess it's supposed to be Darkseid, but I don't know. So Darkseid, Darkseid, whatever you call him, here he is. And this is the DC Universe Build-A-Figure version. And when I got him on eBay, he was missing his own mother box. He only showed just this mother box here, which came from a newer version of a DC line that came with the Lex Luthor Build-A-Figure. But when I turned him around and looked, there was the mother box already on the figure. And I believe in the picture, it actually showed this just showed the belt with nothing on it. So I was like, oh, cool. So this figure right here, he does have an interchangeable hand. So you can pull this off and stick on the regular hand. Ooh, it's so hard to get on there. I'll just put the one back on. I have no hot water right now. I don't want to break anything. And I had this figure in the past, but I sold him. It used to really bother me because the figure I had, the legs were not equal, and he was always kind of standing off to one side like that. And so this one's, I'm really happy with. It's actually the right, he's not leaning over so bad. So when actually has some people asking questions. Let's see, Ben. Hey Ben, thanks for joining us. Where did I get that He-Man? I bought him a long time ago on Matty Collector. So let's go ahead and you could get him on eBay too right now. This is the size he was made for. So this is the DC Universe toys that were out at the time that Darkseid came out, or Darkseid, or Darkseid, however you say his name, Darkseid. And the reason why I have these figures is they all came in 2-packs. So I got Superman, and I got Lex Luthor, and I got Bizarro, and they all came with a He-Man figure, Green Lantern, and then Hawkman. And I really wasn't collecting DC at the time. I was just collecting He-Man, but I wanted the He-Man figures. And lo and behold, before I knew it, I was all of a sudden collecting all kinds of DC figures because now I had enough that I wanted more. And I ended up getting the long-haired Aquaman too, so it just looked cooler. And then I ended up getting his wife, you know, because she just looks so cool too. And I just kept going and going, and now I got way too many. And of course, I've always wanted the right size Superman to match He-Man. So eventually they came out with this Superman here, which actually is the same size. Oops, I guess I see my mess everywhere. And then you can see it's the same size. So this is the Classics He-Man, in case you're wondering there, Ben. And, oh, that one from one video. Yeah, I'm not sure. You have to ask me on the video itself. But this He-Man right here is actually just a Classics He-Man. It's just a standard, ordinary Classics. You can get them on eBay right now, but originally it was from Matty Collector back in 2008. So a little bit older. All right, so we're here to talk about Darkseid. So let's go ahead and move all these other figures aside, and let's compare Darkseid to other size figures. So first of all, I wanted it for the He-Man line. You could see he's a really nice fit. Now, I was going to get the Mezzo one, which is really cool, Mezco. And the Mezco one has light up eyes and has the coming out, you know, and has the cloth cape and just looks awesome. But he's only about this tall. And being he's only that tall, he isn't really a menacing force for someone like He-Man, because he'd be literally just ever so slightly shorter than He-Man, much wider the way they'd have designed him, but still not taller like I wanted. Then I got the Darkseid. That was the huge 12-inch monster one. And he had like big old shoulder pads that were stone. That he looked very similar to this build, this style with the big old shoulder pads, but he was 12 inches tall. And it was really cool, very heavy. And I didn't really have a lot of places to store him. So I ended up selling him and trading him in for a credit at my local hobby store. So for a long time, I was like, I need to get another Darkseid so I can have somebody, you know, from the DC universe. So I eventually broke down and rebought him to build a figure because he's the coolest. Right here he is next to Hulk. And you can see even next to Hulk, he is pretty comparable. So check that out. And this is the Hulk that comes in the 2-pack. So there you go. And here is the Thing. As you can see how he looks next to Thing. And of course, he's a lot bigger than the Thing. So these 2-packs I keep talking about, they are actually just like this right here if you have not seen them. So here's an example of one. This is the She-Ra and Supergirl one. You can see how cool that is. And the He-Man Superman one actually came with a comic book, so that was kind of cool. And then on the back, they have some cool artwork and have it broken down. But again, it's like they weren't really the same size. So that was kind of always a problem. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Supergirl for a minute. So I do have one that's already open. So here is the Supergirl you get. And take a look at that face. It's just kind of weird looking. It's just not the best face ever. And so what I've done is we had this other girl, which does look like Supergirl kind of, but this is Wonder Girl. And she has blonde hair and has the hairband and has eyes similar. And her face is much nicer. So I actually made a custom where I used her head on Supergirl and much better. I mean, look at the difference. Ta-da. I mean, that is way better. Now, her neck size was different, so I had to use some O-rings and put them in there to make her head fit correctly. But there you go. Yes, this is like the perfect size for Darkseid. I mean, they, like I said, they have ones that are too big and they have ones that are too small. This is just the right size. Because the other one, like I said, is like 12 inches or something, and it's just mammoth huge, and it just weighs a ton. But yeah, this one here just works good for the figures, because he's still menacing, but yet he's not super menacing like a giant, but he's just, you know, big enough. And again, he was made for this size line right here. So for that size, he's pretty good size, but he also works well with He-Man. All right. So, I just wanted to point out Darkseid. Hey, I guess you guys are online right now. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask me? You want me to show a certain figure or something about Darkseid or how he measures up against some other figure? Here he is against Beast. All right. Well, oh, there we go. Let's see how he stands up next to, let's see, Doomsday. Bump, bump, bump. Okay, next to Doomsday, he is kind of small. Doomsday's huge. And so Doomsday, this particular one was also for DC Universe, so he's supposed to be this same size right here for these figures. Oops, wrong one. Where'd he go? Here he is. There's the right Superman. So really, this is the size he's supposed to be with, and you can see that he's actually bigger than Darkseid. No Captain America. Unfortunately, I did not have a Captain America. All my Marvel guys are all monsters except for one of them. And then, of course, with DC, I have a lot of them. As you guys know, I have tons of Wonder Women. I got Batman. I got Aquaman. I got the Flash. This is my favorite Flash. Oh, big old stomping feet. And but with Marvels, I'm kind of slacking a lot on it. I eventually plan to get a good Spider-Man. It's on order, and I have a Black Cat on order. She's coming from Big Bad Toy Store. But I don't know. I just never really got much into Marvel except for the monsters. I mean, the Hulk has always been my favorite. People ask you, what's my favorite He-Man figure? It's like, it's the Hulk, even though he's not a He-Man figure. But it is cool. All right, you guys. Well, any final questions before I... Is that your favorite Beast? Yes, out of all the Beasts they made, this new one is really cool. I like this one a lot. Again, it was funny. I was looking at all my figures that I had that were Marvel, and they were just all monster type figures, except for the Hulkbuster Iron Man. But again, it's the Hulkbuster Iron Man, not the regular one. I do have a regular Iron Man, though, still in the package, because I was going to use them for one of my stop motion videos. But I don't know. I guess I like Marvel movies, but I gravitate towards DC figures. So go figure, right? Do I like the new McFarlane Batman? I'm not a fan of the new McFarlane figures. I did get one of the Batmans, the Hellbat armor one, and that was really cool. But I don't like the double joint aesthetic in the arms, so that does kind of bother me with the double joints. As you know, this was my remake of my um, Wonder Woman, where I actually used the body from a He-Man figure. You recognize it's She-Ra, and basically mixed She-Ra and Wonder Woman together to create this figure. And this head is from the Icon Heroes figure line. All right. Anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe. That Doomsday needs a best paint. Not sure what you mean. I guess some Doomsdays out there, they do have a bunch of shading and stuff. I actually like that he's clean. I know he has a little bit of shading on here and there, but I have seen some that just have looked so much detailing, you lose the toy-like qualities to it. And I just like the way this one's made. I did start to do the Build-A-Figure and gave up because it's like I already have the ultimate Doomsday. This is it right here. This came as two different figures. I only have one of them. The other one was wearing the blue suit or the greenish suit right here. But this is the one I ended up getting because this is the one I wanted. Was the one where he's busted out of the suit and he's got the claw and he has the cool rip parts on the back to really sock it to Superman. And he came with a ripped cape of Superman's cape that would hang on his claw. You know, because obviously you guys know Doomsday is the one who kills Superman in his battles as they both kill each other. And then, of course, later on, we see that, you know, Darkseid, he ends up releasing a whole bunch of crazy Doomsday hybrids and craziness like that. All right, you guys. Oh, tomorrow, I have a video coming out. You may have already seen it posted. It's tomorrow night. I'll have the She-Ra Supergirl 2-pack comparison to all the other ones. All right, thanks for joining me, Chris. Kristen, thanks for joining. Kim, I appreciate it. And Dean, thanks for being here. Ben, as always, it's cool you're here as well. So I will talk to you guys next video. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and share us around.